Before we get into the video for today, I wanted to take a minute to let you know about our new sponsor, Expanse Digital Publishing. Expanse Digital Publishing focuses on recreating classics by giving them a great new layout as well as a new and meaningful cover. They currently have over 4,000 titles listed on their website, and they are growing daily. Expanse Digital Publishing has digital download ebooks available on their website for starting at 99 cents, as well as physical copies available on blurb.com, lulu.com, and Amazon. Expanse is a great resource for rediscovering classics by your favorite authors or looking into some authors that you may not have tried before. Check out the link in the description for more information as well as access to their catalog of free downloads. Alright, back to the video. Alright, friends and family, it is time for the Babylon's Ashes reading vlog, book 6 of The Expanse. I put the book back there for reference so I can, talk without holding it up. I am in the middle of kind of what I would consider the slog of this series. I'm not super enjoying anything that's happening. I am here for the alien shit, and we are right smack dab in the middle of the politics and the war, so I am struggling with this book. I don't really want to read it, but I want to at the same time because the new season's coming out, all that jazz. So I'm going to get started. If you've not watched one of my vlogs, I'm going to update you every 100 pages with my thoughts, ideas, hypotheses, etc., and we'll just go from there. If you also do not know, my biggest struggle with reading these books now is comparing them to the TV show and the fact that they absolutely butchered Naomi's character in the TV show. So that may be what I talk about for 90% of this vlog. We will see. It's what I talked about in most of the vlog beforehand. Anyway, full spoiler warning for every book up to this one and including this one as well as the TV show. So if you don't want spoilers for the Expanse series, why are you watching this video? Why are you here? I'm glad you're here, but you probably shouldn't be here. I would love to finish this book this weekend. Is it going to happen? Probably not, but I would love for it to happen. Let's get started so I can hopefully finish it. I have reached the page 100 mark. I don't really have a lot to say. I'm not a huge fan of what's happening. The crew of the Rocinante has been kind of commandeered into the UN Martian Collective Navy, and they're being sent out on a mission, and they just finished the mission, but I'm not a huge fan of what's going on. I do like getting Philip's perspective. It's a lot different than it was in the show. I also am very glad that the character that we're following, Pa, her last name's Pa, in the TV show they replaced her with Kamina Drummer, and I never really connected with Kamina, and I was very confused as to the storyline that was happening in the show. It makes so much more sense in the book. I like what's happening with the book, and I like how they're exploring like a polyamorous relationship, whereas in the show they didn't really go into any detail. It just looked like the crew slept around with each other, but they're actually married. They're actually in relationships with each other, and I find that fascinating, and it makes total sense for a world, a continued future for what humanity could look like moving forward. So I appreciated that. But as far as what's actually happening, I'm not super interested. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just that I don't find Marco Honoris intimidating. I don't see him as a figure to be feared, because I think he's going to get defeated really quickly and easily. I could be very, very wrong, and I've heard some theories that there's actually more people behind the scenes kind of leading him around, which is what Fred Johnson kind of led to in book 5. I'm just not super interested in him as a character, and the crew's not really doing much right now. I don't know. I'm just struggling to get involved. We'll see how the next 100 pages goes. I'll see you at page 200. I did forget to say something that's bothering me this book. There's a lot of POVs, a lot more than usual. Typically there's 2, 3, maybe 4. This one, I think in the first 100 pages I've had 5 or 6. And I know in book 5 they started using multiple POVs and they were jumping around, but it was with characters we already knew a lot. And in this, they're going to characters that we don't really have a lot of rapport built up with yet, and that makes it difficult for me to stay invested. So we'll see if that continues to be an issue throughout the book. I just made it to page 200. It is just past midnight and I am very tired, so I'm gonna go to bed. I'm enjoying myself, my read. I really actually like Michio's perspective and getting to watch the polyamorous relationship. I'm really enjoying that. Holden's perspective's fine. I like seeing Philip's perspective. Marco, like, super weirds me out. Marco and Aris, I'm pretty sure there's, like, something going on behind the scenes that is going to be a twist when we find out, because he's just not right. There's something wrong about him. I liked getting to see Prax. Prax is back. I'm not really sure why, but he's back for a little bit. Having a good time. I'll probably be able to finish this tomorrow if I prioritize it, so that's what I think I'm going to do. I'll see you guys at page 300. Page 300 update. I have taken all day to read these 100 pages. I was totally wrong in my math last night. Even if I did only have 250 pages left, that would be 5 hours, not 4. And I didn't have 250 pages, I had 350 pages. So, now we're down to 250 for tomorrow. Hopefully I'll finish then. But thoughts about the book. I really like Michio's perspective, and like the storyline that's happening with her is much better than the storyline that they put in the show, unless they're going to incorporate it into season 6, which I could be missing. But so far it seems different and I like it better in the book. I love seeing baby Philip's perspective and like watching his transformation as he comes to realize who his father actually is with the aid of Naomi's voice in his head, although it's really painful to watch the abuse happen and it makes me really sad. The battle that just happened with the Rocinante and the Pella and the 2 other ships was actually really intense, and I'm not huge on all the space battles that happen, but it was really intense. I'm also a fan of how this book seems to be like kind of saying goodbye to the older characters who've been with us for 5 books and like making way for new characters for the last 4 that we're going to come to. 3, I guess. I don't know. It's been kind of like haunting in a hopeful way and like kind of sad, but I've been enjoying it as well because these characters have meant a lot and now they're like, you know, falling away for other people to step up. I did have to like force myself to read today, which is difficult. It has a lot to do with what's happening in my personal life, but also I'm not like super interested in what's happening. But I am interested at the same time. I want to know what happens, but it's not like gripping me. That's what it is. It's not gripping, but I am interested. Anyway, I will see you at the page 400 update. I just reached the page 400 mark. I have COVID. I got COVID like 2 days ago, and I'm in the middle of it, so I'm reading very slowly. Page 400. What can I update you on? I'm struggling to read this book. I don't know if it's just because I'm sick or if I'm just not interested in what's happening. I really don't think Holden should be the one leading the new OPA. I really think it should be Naomi. I really think someone should have thought that through and been like, hey, they probably don't want to accept another Earther. And, like, the authors hinted at it and brought it up, but they never, like, they just kept explaining it away as if that makes it okay. It still makes no logical sense. It still should have been Naomi. However, there's some other things. I'm pretty sure Amos is autistic coded, and there were several lines that I highlighted in his perspectives this 100 pages that I was like, oh, that's autistic, but we'll get into that at a later date, or we won't, I don't care. Anderson Dawes' chapter was masterful. Watching him go to every person invited to this meeting and convincing them to join up with James Holden, even though he didn't believe it, was masterful. I am so impressed, and I loved seeing that perspective. And it was great. That's all I'm going to say at this time. I'm exhausted. I'll read the next 150 pages sometime soon, but I just can't focus on reading tonight.
I finished The Expanse last night, the book that I'm on, and it helped me come to some conclusions about the series, and I wanted to share them with you guys as part of this vlog wrap-up. I'm not into, just as a general rule, military-style fantasy or sci-fi. Military-style books. And that's what this is. Like, I kept trying to deny it. It's not military-based. It's not. There's more going on than that. Yes, there's more going on than that, but it is 90% military sci-fi. So I wish I knew that excuse me, Rona. I wish I knew that before now, but I didn't. But I am still so invested in the characters and their lives and their dynamic as a crew that I'm very invested in the story, and I am going to continue reading it. I will say that things are getting a bit predictable now. I'm starting to be able to call the endings of these books because they're following similar patterns and plot lines and structures, which takes a little bit of the fun out of it, but again, I'm so invested in the crew dynamic that I don't really care. I do want more of the alien shit. Like, I keep hoping for more. I just need to know that there's not going to be more, but I am genuinely confused or, like, interested to see how they finish to wrap up the series in the next 3 books. This one was not my favorite, but it's also not my least favorite. I would probably put it in like the 3rd or 4th spot, depending on how everything breaks down, which I'm going to do a video for in the future. I'm excited to read book 7. It's probably not going to happen anytime soon. I need a break. I read 2 of these back to back, so I need a break before I get to book 7, but I will see you all then when I do that. Thanks for watching this vlog. I'm very sick. If you can't tell, I think I have strep on top of COVID. I'm not sure going to get tests tomorrow, but if you like the content that I make or the things that I read, please make sure to subscribe. I'm posting videos like every Saturday in 2022, so come along for the journey if you're interested. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.